So, yeah, glad to see everybody again. Cute for Teams, you're here because you want to geek out on teams and collaboration best practices in 2024. So we are glad to see you here. Glad that you're still joining us. I want to say Merry New Year and all that good stuff, right? So I definitely want to open it up as always. If this is your first time here, we come and we open it up for if you want to bring a question. We try our best to answer it. So I definitely want to open it up if anybody came here saying it's 2024 and I've got a question I've got to ask about teams or something. But I do have and if you've heard of Kahoot, I've got a little Kahoot game for us, basically where, you all as attendees can answer these little quiz questions. And maybe at the end we can crown the first Cute for Teams expert champion. So that's what I thought we'd give a try, and hopefully I can, from a technical perspective, make this work. But before I jump into that, we do have a bunch of folks on the line. I wanted to give you a chance either in chat or coming off mute to ask any question that you were burning to ask. And so, in fact, as I'm looking at the chat, I do see a question about the difference between live event, which, as they're mentioning, is going away, and town hall. We can talk about that a sec. And then if I open notes, does it open for everyone, or do we each need to select it? So let's hit those first. Let me hit this notes question first. So if I open notes, does it open for everyone, or do we each need to select it? And so, by that you're, I think, referring to the notes button in the Teams meeting, which, and if I understand your question, so yeah, you hitting that does not open up the notes panel for all of the attendees. It is opening the notes panel for you. I was thinking a little further on that notes area is meant to be collaborative, so multiple people can use it. But I think to your question, no, you hitting the notes button doesn't open the notes panel for everyone, if I'm understanding your question correctly.
Hi, yeah, this is Melody. Yeah, that was my question.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, though, I click on it and it says I don't have permission to see the content, or it's been deleted, try again. And I often start meetings that I'm the only one that I go into it just so I can play with things before I try to teach people about them. And I do know that I was poking around in it yesterday in my meeting, and I had access to it. And today it looks like in this meeting I don't.
Right. That I wouldn't be surprised about, because I think those meeting notes are for the people in the org.
Okay.
So yeah, those are they're not just notes like us longtime Teams users remember kind of old school notes, which was kind of like, I think, a wiki page.
Yeah.
These notes are I believe they're powered by Loop. So they're a real-time interactive thing. And I think today they are for the org. I don't think the external participants in a meeting can see those, the notes for that button.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I think that would explain why you're seeing that.
Okay.
Now, the flip side of that is, of course, if you are having a meeting in your org with other org members, then it becomes a great button to click for a collaborative note-taking experience. And so I've been in meetings where I've seen folks. I don't use it often, but I've seen others using it, and because it's a Loop, I'm seeing in real time as they are adding notes that they're taking from the meeting, adding tasks, things like that, and obviously everybody can interact with it real time, simultaneously see each other's cursors go around. So it's basically like, it is basically a Loop component, or almost like a real time OneNote, right there in your Teams meeting. So it's also going to be, I think, the similar component that CoPilot would use to put its notes and tasks and stuff in as well. And I don't know, Staci, if CoPilot uses literally the same notes interface as the humans do. I have not checked that, but I know in the meeting recap with CoPilot and Teams Premium, the notes area that CoPilot fills in looks very similar to the notes panel. So
So then a follow-up question, since you mentioned premium, because I do also have premium, is it only available in the premium license then for meetings, or will my users who don't have premium see it? I haven't tried that yet.
I don't think notes is a premium specific feature. That Copilot notes would be, but just notes in general, just the notes button at the top of your Teams meeting ribbon, that I don't believe is a premium feature. So you should see
Okay.
that all the time.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe if Loop is disabled in the org, that that button might not work or something like that. I think it is powered by Loop. So if you're in some
We
way
don't actually have Loop as an
okay,
extension available, I think, until June in GCC.
as an right, yeah, I'd have to see, but with what you just said, you do still see a working notes button
Mhm.
and working notes in your okay. So
And
not
you're right, it is a component of Loop
right.
or whatever, but as a messaging extension in chat, we don't have
That
Loop. It teased
that's
me the other day for a second because
yeah.
it showed up because we started piloting the toggle last week
Hmm.
for the new teams, and the two of us that were piloting it last week, all of a sudden Loop was there, but then it was gone. It's done
Yeah.
that to me like 3 times as a teaser.
Yes, I agree. So yes, Loop has many places it needs to appear, in an org, like you said, in chat or in Teams, and in one-to-one chat versus channel chat. Got it as a singular component. There's a Loop workspace. There's a whole bunch of Loop things that need to roll out. And I agree. I've seen it come and go in the GCC environment, and I'm not sure what's up with that rollout per se. So
I
yeah,
think I looked it up and it's June.
yeah. So somebody's trying something out, I guess, between now and June. But yeah, let's wait till June before we kind of, from a GCC perspective, before we kind of make that official. And I'm seeing another note. Loop is gone for city and county, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so we're having some conversation here in the chat. And I think, Staci, you've been answering some questions about town hall as well. And so a link in the chat is provided for the difference, but I guess I talk in general in terms of the difference. The difference between live events and town hall, I think, is a specific question. And I think what would be the biggest difference? If I had a 30-second version of it, I'd say, town hall's a little more feature rich than live event. Town hall to me is kind of taking a typical Teams meeting and making it, suitable for large events. Whereas, and then live events is completely suited for a live event or large events, but it's very specific to a Q&A and basically a presentation. And then I think the other thing would be the production aspect of town hall. I don't think is different, and maybe not as, it depends on your perspective, but not as complicated maybe, because you get to leverage a lot of what you know from a regular Teams meeting. So I believe, if I'm remembering right, that whole kind of TV producer interface is much different, and so it should be a little easier there. But certainly the link that's that Staci provide is going to give a nice good rundown of that. Anything else you would add, Staci? And all right, I think are you on mute? Or no, I guess. Can everybody hear? Oh, there it is.
Hello, hello,
I hear
hello.
you now. Yep.
That was bizarre. I had Teams versus my microphone, I think, for a second. Um, But yeah, basically, I have nothing really to add there. I do want to just call out for another thread that we have going in the chat that we are looking for town hall to land in the first quarter for GCC, roughly, because I think the goal is to avoid the gap that Kimberly called out might exist if we don't have town hall available in place of live events by that time. So just have that on your radar, but it's not officially on the roadmap yet. So be aware of that. And we'll help watch for that to actually be documented and can share that in a future Qt.
Yep. Also, that chart in the link does call out, at least from a technical perspective, some big differences between live events and town hall from the perspective of town hall being able to support a meeting duration of 30 hours versus 4. I don't know what the market is, what audience needs more than 4 hours or needs 30 hours for their meeting, but somebody does, and so they'll need town hall for that. And then notice that town hall with Teams Premium is also going to give you more concurrent large events or town hall events within your tenant, 50 as opposed to 15. Again, some work out there is having, needs 50 concurrent large events in the tenant, and so they'll need town hall with Teams Premium to do that.
I always think of those from like legislature use cases, right? Where they have lots of committee meetings going simultaneously and lots of people coming in and out of a floor to add their commentary on various things. I could see why that might be a very important feature that wasn't in part of Teams live events. So
yeah, and to your point, the town hall and live events wasn't and isn't always about I have a lot of people, but rather I want an experience, a specific experience for the attendees, one that is they're not going to interact on their mics a lot or something like that. So then yes, a lot of those could be going on, like you said, in certain industries where I just need a bunch of those kind of meetings where attendees are highly controlled and all that good stuff. So I get that. Okay. So the chat's going. I'm going to go ahead and do our little Kahoot game here real quick. And because especially since it needs a little time for you to do your thing. So I don't know if you've never done Kahoot, you don't need to, you can install a Kahoot app on your phone, but you don't need to. I think you can go, let me just get this started and the instructions will be there. So as it says, go to kahoot.it. And then you'll need to put this game pin in to play. So I'm going to give us give us a minute to do that. While we do that, I see a hand up. Go ahead, Ann.
Yeah, sorry for the background noise, but I am out here on the West Coast. It's early in the morning at the coffee shop trying to get in on a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Understood. No worries.
I think you went on mute, Ann, if you were... Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to follow up on the city and county has recently gotten some direction from the administrators regarding actually forbidding the use of AI. And I'm wondering, what is your guidance around that? Particularly since it's built into Bing. I'm using it quite heavily. I'm using it for emails. And the guidance is basically expressly telling us you can't not. So it's very disappointing to me. I'm trying to put a CoPilot program kind of on the back burner. I'm building it, looking at the commercial version, getting ready for maybe what's going to be launching in summer, because I feel like as a trainer, I need to get prepared to roll out and all the apps. Right? So wondering if you can give me some guidance about the administrator's office forbidding its use. Where do we go for this?
Yeah, and Ricardo, if it's okay, I think I'll field that. And I'm glad that you had the post in the chat as well. It was a little bit difficult to understand you, but I think I'm receiving the heart of what you're asking. There will be some hesitance around artificial intelligence and how it can be brought into the workplace. We are well aware of that. We also are preparing to make sure that we're able to deliver on artificial intelligence use through Microsoft 365, through Bing, for the enterprise in a way that keeps the security, the trust, the compliance that are required in your enterprises every day. What I would suggest you do, particularly if you are looking to adopt AI and are being restricted from doing so, perhaps let's see if we can't connect you with, if you don't know who your larger Microsoft team is, but it could be that we need to position a discussion with the executives in your area to get under to thoroughly understand what their concerns are and help see if we can provide some guidance around how AI can be leveraged while still maintaining the security, compliance, and trust that you need in your enterprise. I think there is a lot of concern arising out of simply just not fully understanding how one can utilize AI securely. And of course, in Microsoft, we are at the heart of delivering those AI features securely in the enterprise, and have been doing so for a while now, and would love to have the opportunity to engage with those folks who have the questions technologically that we can help answer, and hopefully raise the confidence around AI and how it can be used productively.
Awesome.
Thanks, Staci.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And let's connect. I'll put my email in the chat. Send me an email, and we'll see if we can't help you rally your Microsoft team to give some guidance.
Awesome. So while you guys were talking, I realized I didn't have the Kahoot on the screen, so I had put that up, and as a result, now the names are coming in. So sorry for that. I thought I had that thing up like 3 minutes ago for you guys to see the pin, but it's working out now. I'll give maybe 30 more seconds, and then I'll fire this thing up. If you haven't played it before, it's going to be a question and then a series of selections for the answer. Speed is going to help in terms of points. And again, it's all for fun. And then don't get mad at me if the questions are tricky. All right.
So Ricardo, we don't get to play, right?
No, you do not get to play. And for you government officials, don't worry. There's no prizes here, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Only thing I'm giving you is street cred, and so that should be that should be acceptable. All right, so we got 6 people in. We'll go ahead and get started here. And it's only 5 questions, so this will be relatively quick. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's go and do that. So here we go. Cute for Teams game is going. Here's the first question. True or false? I'm not a member of your company. Is there any way for me to edit your files in Teams? So you're putting your answers in. We got 5 answers. We got 6. So we say true. Very good. So that was a tricky one because certainly Teams is secure. And, if I'm not in your org, I can't just find you on the net and just start editing your files. But, we are talking about the capabilities for external collaboration. So good job there. All right, let's see who's fast enough to get to the top. So We got a winner here up the top with some runner-ups coming right behind. All right, so let's go with the next one. Where would you go to disable someone's microphone during a meeting? We got some choices here. Microphone studio, settings, help menu, or meeting options. So the answers are coming in. All right. So meeting options is correct. Again, it's disabling someone's mic during a meeting. So that would be the place to do it. Settings in general. You could, I guess you could disable your own mic, but not meeting. It's not a mic during a meeting. So that might have been a little tricky wording. I don't know. Let's see if that changed the board a little bit. All right. Let's go to the next one here. Another quiz. Which team's feature allows me to bring people together in a meeting without creating an Outlook event? So we got some options here. The Easy Scheduler Plus, Task by Planner, Viva Learning, or Meet Now. So the answers are coming in, and nobody was fooled by that one. Meet Now is the way to do that. Wouldn't be Viva Learning or Task by Planner, and Easy Scheduler Plus, as far as I know, does not exist.
Never heard that
at
one.
least in Teams. All right, let's see what that did to the board. Got a streak going there. All right, let's see what the next question brings us. I want my channel post to stand out so people won't miss it. Which feature should I use? Should I use the highlighter? Look at me. Everybody got that one right away. So announcement.
Quickly, yes.
Yeah. Very good. Nobody chose the look at me feature because I don't think that exists either. All right. And then I'll see what's the board doing here. Pretty much still got our leader there. All right. Let's see if anybody can take that leader off the board with the last question. I'm not a member of your company. What feature lets me edit documents stored in your company's Teams environment? And so we got guest account, SharePoint versioning, Collaborate Now feature, or Teams phone. The answers are rolling in. And guest account is the correct answer. SharePoint versioning wouldn't by itself let me, outside of your company, edit documents. Collaborate Now feature doesn't exist as far as I know, and Teams phone would not be helpful either. So we got that. So let's see what that did to the board and the podium and who our winners are. Melody in third place, Timra in second, and the last second, Mike comes at the last minute to take that first place. Good job.
Yay. Go team.
All right. So go ahead and screenshot that one if you're looking to make your little street cred go. So good job, everybody. Good deal. All right. Well, that was, let me get rid of this here. Let's see. Okay, I'm back to that. So cool, yeah. Just a little game. We thought since it was the first meeting of the year, I thought I'd do something a little different. So hopefully you enjoyed that.
That was fun.
Appreciate you participating. Yeah. We've got a few more minutes here. I don't know if I missed anything in the chat while that game was going, but if you got some other questions, you want to come off mute or hit the chat. We got a few more minutes to go here. As I check my little technical stuff here. Okay. Let me see. I was trying to think of anything from maybe last time we met, which was, I think, 3 weeks ago. I wonder if we owe I know we've been talking about Town Hall a while. I don't know if I've done a full-blown demo of that. Maybe I did. I don't know. My memory's foggy from the vacation. But if not, we can think about doing that maybe for next time. Just checking the chat here. So So CoPilot, yeah, we talked about that. All right, good stuff. Well, as always, again, if you are new, let me share my screen one more time. Let me go, where's my, go here and go here. If you are new, and I got to click one thing here. I do have an environment to show and share things out. So if you want to come here, ask a question, how do you do X? I'm always ready to literally fire up the old demo tenant and try it out live. So those of you who've been here a while obviously know, but if this is your first time, if Cute for Teams is your 2024 New Year's resolution and that's why you're here today, then welcome. Hope you stick to your resolution. And yes, you can come here and ask your questions and get them. We try it out live here in the demo environment. So. Yes, I always feel free to join and try to stump us with a question or two, and we'll do our best to help out. So I guess maybe the last thing I'd say is I believe the new teams, from a GCC perspective, I mean, commercially it's rolling out. And in fact, March, for all of us here, March is that date when we'll start to see the new teams more enforced as opposed to just being an option as it is today. But I think that rollout is happening a little more in GCC now for new teams, I think is what I'm hearing. So I don't know if by maybe show of thumbs up or something, if there's anybody that does not yet have new teams in their environment. You may have chosen not to do it, but hopefully you've at least got the toggle or it's rolling out in some kind of way. Toggle, okay, so in chat says toggle started rolling out yesterday. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought I'd heard, is that the rollouts were really starting to get going in GCC, in the government space. So awesome. And we've talked about, the difference of new teams in previous sessions, which are all on YouTube if you want to check those out. But I would say give new teams a try. If nothing else, again, those separate windows for conversations, almost feel like that alone is what keeps me a new team. So, and they've done a good job with the fidelity between, or the parity between classic and new. So, good stuff. If you do see something not working correctly, there's feedback features here, as well as if you've got unified support, create a ticket. We definitely want to jump on any issues that might arise. All right. Good stuff. Well, thanks again, everybody, for joining us for 2024 here. And we'll see you back again in 2 weeks. So
thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out the blog for more content.